How are you, mathematicians? I hope you are well. As for me, I'm doing very well. In today's video lesson, we are going to look at division of directed numbers. So for you to easily understand what I'm going to teach in this video, you should be able to divide ordinary numbers. Then let's now look at these rules that you should also know. So if you divide a negative number, dividing it by a positive number, the final result will be negative. If you divide two positive numbers, the final result will be positive. If you divide a positive number by a negative number, the final result will be negative. If you divide two negative numbers, if you divide two negative numbers, the final result will be positive. Let's look at this trick that I've put here for you. So the trick is in the pronunciation of the word sum. We all know that in mathematics the word sum is associated with adding, the positive sign. So if the sign are the sum, that is, if the sign are the same, the final result will be positive. If the sign are different, you can see that I highlighted the letter N using a red pen here. So let's write negative here, negative. So if the signs are different, the final result will be negative. If the signs are different, the final result will be negative. Let's now look at some examples. Positive 16 divided by positive 2. Let's write it in the vertical form, replacing the division sign with a division line. We now have positive 16 over 2. 2 into 2, 1. 2 into 16, 8. Then looking at these rules, dividing a positive number by a positive number, the final result will be positive. So our answer here is 8 or positive 8, but let's simply leave it as 8. That's good. That's a very good answer. Let's now look at part B. Negative 20 divided by positive 5. Let's write it in a vertical form again. Negative 20 over positive 5. First, let's divide 5 into 5, 1, and 5 into 20, that's 4. So 4, now we have to find out the sign of our answer here. So dividing a negative number by a positive number, the final result is negative. Or simply, if the signs are different, remember the answer will be negative. So here we can see that we have different signs. We have a negative and a positive. So our final answer is going to be negative 4. Very simple, guys. Let's look at this one. Part C. I hope we are still together. Positive 27 divided by negative 3. Let's write it in vertical form. Positive 27 all over negative 3. First, let's divide 3 into 27. 3 into 27, I'm sure you can all agree that the answer is 9. Now, let's put our sign here. We have a positive divided by a negative, and the final result is definitely negative. Oh, remember, if the signs are different, negative, remember that. So let's put our negative sign here. Let's look at part D together. Negative 80 or negative 80 divided by negative 160. Let's again write it in vertical form. Negative 80. Let's replace the division sign by a division line over negative 180. Let's now divide the numbers before we consider the sign. So we can simply cancel out the zeros here. Then dividing by 8, 8 into 8, that's 1. 8 into 16, that's 2. Then now considering the sign, we have divided two negative numbers, a negative divided by a negative. The answer is positive, or same signs, positive, same or some signs. Remember, the trick is in the pronunciation. Let's now look at this one. Same signs, so definitely positive. So our final answer is half. Remember, half and writing positive half is the same thing, but I would urge you to use this form. Don't worry, you don't have to include this positive sign. If you simply leave it as a half, or know that it's a positive number. This is our final answer. Let's look at part E. Part E is quite complex, so we have to first deal with the numerator. Remember, the numerator is the upper part of the fraction and the denominator is the bottom part. Let's first simplify the numerator. Multiplying 4 by 8. 4 by 8, what do you get? That's 32, guys. Then let's now consider the sign of this result. Remember, we have multiplied a negative number. We have multiplied a negative number by a negative number, so the result is going to be positive. So let's leave it as positive 32. Then, since we have this denominator, remember to include the denominator also. Don't forget this part, negative 2. We now have to divide our 32 by negative 2. Let's first start by dividing the numbers, then we'll consider the sign afterwards. 2 into 2, that's 1. 2 into 32, that's 16. I'm sure we can all agree there. 16. Then the sign. We have divided a positive number by a negative number. Our answer is definitely going to be negative. Or remember, different signs. We have different negative. Remember, different signs, negative. So now we have negative 16 as our final answer. Let's look at the final example of the day. Then we can all call it a day. Negative 17 times negative 1 times negative 2 all over negative 2. That's quite a complex one. Let's first start by simplifying the numerator there. The numerator is the upper part. Negatives, so let's take it bit by bit, step by step. Let's first multiply these two numbers, guys. Let's do that together. Negative 17 times negative 1. Remember, 17 times 1, that's 17. Then multiplying a negative by a negative. These are the same signs that I was talking about. Same signs. Our answer will be positive. Then multiply it by negative 2. 17 times 2, that's 34. Hope we can all agree there. 34. Then we have different signs here. A positive here, a negative here. Remember from our multiplication video, multiplication of directed numbers video that we've looked at, positive by negative, we have a negative all over. Remember, our denominator is negative 2. Let's now divide together. 2 into 34, that's 17. Then we have the same signs that I was talking about here. We have a negative and we also have a negative here. Negative divided by a negative, that's a positive. The same signs, some signs that I was talking about, remember. So our answer is going to be positive 17. So you can simply leave it as 17 and you are done. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this was very helpful to you. If this was helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe, to share, and don't forget to watch the next video in which we are going to look at the rules of precedence, or what we call mixed operation, in which we are going to look at BODMAS. Thank you very much, guys.